I miss girlhood sometimes. Girlhood being, for me, young adulthood, I guess my 20s. Making mistakes, growing, but more importantly, just laughing and hanging out with your friends. I obviously don't miss the bad parts of it. One of which being, dating boys. I don't do that anymore because, I'm married now. I don't miss the painful self-discovery of who you are and growing professionally, navigating friendships and emotions. I don't miss any of that crap. I'm older now. I'm in my late 30s and I have a child. So do a bunch of my other friends. And it's really hard to get together and just hang out. Sorry, not gonna lie. It's getting a little bit too awkward outside, so we're in the car, the place where I feel the most comfortable because I haven't gotten over my public fear of speaking on camera. Jesus. As I was saying, there's a big part of me that's still nostalgic for 25-year-old me. I'm not nostalgic for the bad part. Your 20s are kind of weird because on one end, it's probably the best time you'll have with your girlfriends. Mainly because you all have the same type of schedule in terms of freedom, no kids yet, stuff like that for the most part. But it's also kind of the worst moments of your life because you're still learning who you are, you're growing, you're dating probably horrible men. You're also being horrible yourself, navigating friendships that should grow, shouldn't grow. It's everything. It's one end to another. It's awesome, it's not awesome. But there is a certain joy and purity in that I just miss so much. I miss being able to call up my girlfriends and being hey, are you free after work? Do you want to go to happy hour? And just having a few drinks together, gossiping, telling each other about our dates or, what's happening at work and just being silly and laughing. I just miss that. I miss that safe space with your female friends. And it's harder because when you're older and you have kids and your schedules don't align, it's hard to reconcile the fact that there is old version of me who, for the most part, has her life together. And then the 25-year-old version of me who just always wanted to have fun. And there's always something going on. Life was hopeful and vibrant. That's not to say that I don't have that now, but it's in smaller doses because it takes effort to plan and schedule time with your friends to see them, especially if they have kids. And even then, when you're going out, you can't always let loose because, I could go get drunk at brunch or dinner, but I gotta wake up the next day and take care of my kid and other responsibilities, There's just a certain carefreeness that I miss. I want to get better at planning more outings. I think there's a part of me that is dead. It's very dramatic, but it's a little dead because I don't, In a lot of ways, there is girlhood in motherhood, right? It's still the same people that you grew up with in your 20s, and they're still the same friends I keep in contact with now when I text and things like that. It's a different form of girlhood, but nonetheless, the frequency of which I see these people is not very often, and I should get better at that. I know we're always kind of joking, and in a lot of ways we're exaggerating and not exaggerating, but we always think, I don't have time, or I'm just exhausted. And there have been moments where I truly am at capacity and I'm just I can't think, I can't plan, I'm just not up for it. And then there are times where I'm just I'm really tired, but if I wanted to, I can put my mind to it and get something going. And that's kind of that's the area I want to capitalize on. I haven't really been giving back to my own community. I don't know where this video is going, except that I just have this nostalgic feeling of missing girlhood. I don't miss the bad parts, obviously, and it's hard to kind of get that back, that feeling of just sheer joy, laughter, and fun and excitement with your girls when you're older and you're a mom. But it takes effort, and when you can muster enough effort and planning, you should. I think it's good for the soul. It's always good to keep that young girl inside your heart just to keep life joyful again.